So guys, it's been a while. Welcome back. And today we with Krinesh from Motul. You've been seeing all my posts about us being a distributor now. And yeah, today we want to give you a bit more information from Krinesh. I'll give you a bit of reasoning as to why I've become a distributor as well. But thanks for your time, Krinesh. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Mo. Really appreciate it. We're hot in Joburg today.
It's one of those days today.
Yeah, so as you guys know, as Mo mentioned, I'm from Motul, South Africa. Primarily, I handle the KZN region and the Eastern Cape, but I also have my network in Johannesburg, Gauteng, and Western Cape as well. Yeah, so Motul is not only known for oils, as a lot of people do think. We also have an additive range, coolants, brake fluids, car care, and the like, you know, so we cover everything. Inside and out. Yeah.
Because I just knew it as oil.
Yeah. We've been around for a while. The first Motul oil was produced in 1853.
Wow.
Yeah. So we fairly new in South Africa, but also we're well established as well.
Okay. So I think for me, to make the audience understand why, and it's actually, you invited me to the movie night.
Correct.
What was it?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. So I'm sure most of you guys watched Gran Turismo, and I literally sat in that movie. I watched all those race cars, and I asked myself, if these oils are in those cars, performing at those levels, why should it not be in my car?
It should be in your car.
Forget my clients.
Yeah.
More, why are you not using it?
Correct.
And we walked out of that, you know, I saw a few of the products, and I think after that we started our conversation.
Correct.
And something I want to highlight to the audience is we're not taking on Motul just because of our relationship. I mean, we know each other for years.
I thought it was just about me.
Maybe a bit, but it's something I saw in that movie which really attracted me. It's a well-known brand that we've known for years, but in my opinion, people are not really educated.
Correct.
Especially when it comes to oils. For me, the most important part is in the 8-9 years running this business. Thank the Almighty.
Yeah.
I would never put up a car for sale that I wouldn't buy, nor would I sell a product that I wouldn't use. So, guys, you guys know the Mark IV, our E36, and it worked out so well. These cars are both due for a service, probably in the next week or two.
Right.
So we're definitely putting the oil into my personal cars. Unfortunately, I didn't get the oil in time. My delivery didn't come in time
E30.
for the E30. So most of you guys will have seen the E30's back with a full 2.7 conversion. We're excited to drive it, but obviously there's other oil in there. We're gonna do the full run in 2000 Ks,
Yeah.
drain, and the Motul goes in there as well.
The right stuff.
So yeah, the right stuff, you know, and that's what I want to drive with my clientele.
Yeah.
All the guys buying these classic cars, the older cars. Generally, what I've picked up is, like when a guy picks up an E30 from me, the first thing he asks me is, Mo, organize me a boot spoiler, a set of mud flaps, and I'm happy to, because that's my business. But what about the motor?
The most important.
What about the motor? What effort are you putting in? You know, these are investment vehicles. All these old school vehicles are investments.
Correct.
All these clients are buying it because they're keeping their money safe. They're keeping it for their kids. I mean, I always joke with my daughter and I say, these are your cars. But I gotta maintain them, and I gotta make sure if I'm no longer here and it needs to be sold, they maintain.
Correct.
The prices that we sell them for at that time
Justified.
in the maintenance.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I'd like to know a bit more is just about the 80s and 90s oil. Let's get straight into that.
So first, let me get rid of a myth. Oil is not oil. You hear a lot of people say, you know what, oil is oil. No, there's technology, there's this research and development going behind it for your specific car.
Yes.
Right? We came up with the 80s and 90s range for these cars. The bonuses, they come with that lacquer metal tin, so take you back to the 80s and 90s when you used to fill it in your car. So it gives you that feel as well. So although these oils here were manufactured to add something, it was manufactured with two components in them, which is zinc and molybdenum, which is crucial to your 80s and 90s cars.
Okay.
Anything newer than that, the newer materials that we use with the engines, they don't need it. Not for these, okay. Right? Those new engines don't need molybdenum, they don't need zinc, but they do have advanced additive packs in them, which works brilliantly. So you've got longer oil service intervals, a longer running time. Your temperatures are controlled better. Your internals are all, it's regulated, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work well with your older cars.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Zinc is not found in your newer oils, but it is of paramount importance in your older engines. So that's why we've created this range here to cater for this here.
Okay, so yeah, I like that because we're focusing on a certain, focusing on a certain market that's really willing to spend on their cars. They want quality, and from the car candying side, it's just always giving them the best. That's it,
strong brands.
Yeah, we choose very specifics out there to come on board with us. And I'm actually quite excited to have these two. I think these two would probably be in the next week.
All right.
So I'm quite excited to have him in there. We obviously got to be a bit patient with the E30. And
2,000 Ks, it's a long time, eh?
2,000 Ks. Yeah. Anything else you can tell us?
Look, a lot of guys with the E30s and your older cars have also improved them, modified them, turbocharged them.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So for that as well, you'll see behind you we've got the 300V range.
Yeah.
So that's our racing formulation.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So those oils are designed to handle higher internal temperatures. They break down at different levels.
Okay.
So to handle the extra stresses of a race engine. So that works very well in your race applications.
Okay. So while we, from a car candying perspective, we're going to really push on the 80s and 90s.
Correct.
I do want you guys to know that we've basically got the entire range open to you.
Yeah.
You just tell us what you need, what your requirements are. We'll guide you, we'll assist you, and get you whatever you need.
Also, not to forget as well, if you do gearbox oil services, your automatic, your manual, we've got the entire ranges for manual and automatic gearboxes.
Awesome.
For the newer cars, your DCT gearboxes, we cover the entire range.
Perfect. So guys, I'm going to take you through the two cars, give you a bit more info of exactly why I'm going to be putting these in and my reasoning around it. And I think especially while I'm focusing on all the 80s and 90s, to the biggest clientele we sell to, the E30 guys, I want you guys to come on board and definitely try this. Try the oil. We're putting it into our E30. And my reasoning around it is, if I use the most common and wanted car these days, the 325RS, guys are spending big money. They value that big money. Don't only focus on
aesthetics,
the outside.
Yeah.
Those cars look stunning. The interiors are beautiful, but for you to be able to achieve those values, everything needs to be on point.
Correct.
And I think most importantly, it's me, and I think every E30 owner, we want to keep our original motors. I mean, I've just built the motor and I don't want to change it. I want that to last forever and
has to be maintained properly.
Maintained well. So put the effort into regular servicing.
Yeah.
Continuously servicing your cars.
With the correct grade of oils. Proper
Exactly.
filters.
It shouldn't just be about buying that oil, saving a bit of money, and not knowing, hey, what I'm actually doing to that motor over time. Let's spend that money to be able to keep these motors running for a long time.
Another thing is for the cooling system. especially for your older cars. You know,
Yes.
they don't like the hot weather.
They hate it.
I mean, they're a good part of 30 to 40 years old already.
Yes.
A lot of the components are tired, they've aged, and it's difficult to keep up to date with every single component. You know, and normally you only see it fail when it's too late.
Yes.
So to avoid any catastrophic damage and huge expenses, I'm going to suggest another product that we have called Motul. M-O
Should be my product.
should be your product. MOCOOL.
Okay.
That works brilliantly in bringing your entire cooling system temperature down quite substantially.
So that should definitely be when we pour in the oil into the E30. We're definitely going to be using that product.
Yeah, and you can use that with all your coolants, you know, as a coolant additive.
Yes.
And I think it's a must.
Awesome stuff. So now I want to tell you guys why I've chosen to use these oils in my personal cars. So this is the 2000 model VW Mark IV. I've purchased this car. This car currently has 375,000 Ks. Generally someone would look at that and say, okay, that's the end of the motor. I totally disagree. This was a one owner car. The gentleman maintained this car with every single service. When I bought it, I think I bought it on 320,000 and it had a full service history. We've maintained it. We've got Joburg Autotech that maintains this car, and my aim with Ali is to run this motor to at least 500,000 to 600,000 Ks. How do we do that? We're doing it with the oil, the right oils in the motor, maintenance, continuously servicing, and just making sure we have the right components. So that's the key in this car. That's my daily vehicle. We're picking up stock, we're delivering. We can't be stuck on the road, guys. We got to make sure we get these goods to you on time. So this car goes in probably in the next week to Joburg Autotech. Check out, we'll probably post up there. And then I want to move over to the E36. Okay, so now we're moving over to our E36. So for this one, this is a 1993 model, and it's a brand new motor. This motor probably has about 2,500 Ks, and my intention is for this motor to last a very long time. So it's quite costly to build this motor, so we want the right oils in there. Both these cars will be going in next week. This one goes in for oil change. We're putting the 90s oil, and especially with the performance on this car. This is a 3-liter motor, and I'm quite excited to have the oil in this one. My aim is to really push these motors to last as long as possible. Like all you guys out there, these are our investments. We want to keep them as long as possible in original condition with our original motors, and this is why I've gone with the Motul brand, and this is where I would love you guys to come on board and just choose the right products for your cars. Remember, you're most probably gonna be coming back to me soon to say, Mo, sell my car. We're gonna need everything to be 100% right, not only from the body to the interior, motor, everything else. So yeah, just watch the space. These cars will get the new oil soon, and we'll be launching our video on the E30 in a few weeks time. Thank you.
So Mo, thanks again and welcome on board to the Motul family.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wish you all the best with it, and to you guys out there, thanks for joining us this afternoon. And don't forget, for information on our products, on the entire range, you can visit our website at www.motul.co.za, and to purchase any of the products within our range, just contact Mo. That's all you need to do.
Perfect, guys. From our side, it's simple. You know, Instagram, our Instagram page, Facebook. We're on TikTok as well. My number, I've put it all over social media, but I'm going to say it again. 084-554-4153. So contact us while we pushing on the 80s and 90s. Remember, everything's available through us. So thank you guys for watching. We've got a lot more content coming soon, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you.